Hi, my name is April Grace, and I work with the Upper Tennessee River Roundtable. We are a nonprofit in Southwest Virginia, and we work in the Clinch, the Powell, and the Holston Rivers, all of which flow into the Tennessee River, which makes us part of the Upper Tennessee River watershed. Our main mission is to try and keep the water in the area clean so that we can fish in it, we can play in it, and we'll have drinkable water for years to come. So, this lesson is called Who Polluted the River? And I'm going to read you a story. For many thousands of years, people have lived on the banks of the river. They hunted in the forest, harvested foods from wetlands, and caught fish from the river. Imagine that a Native American took this container of water from the river 500 years ago. How does it look to you? It looks pretty good to me. Would you drink this water? I think I would drink it. Would you eat fish from this water? I think I would. And would you swim in this water? I would definitely swim in it, especially if it was a hot day. One of the first explorers to visit the river kept a journal of his discoveries. He wrote about the Native American villages, the rivers and streams, and the sweet water, and seeing so many fish that he and his crew tried to scoop them out with a frying pan. Can you imagine that many fish in the river? Soon, people began to arrive. They found fertile land for farming, forests full of wildlife, and a river that provided plenty of food. It was an outstanding environment for settlement, and the people prospered. The river has changed a lot since it was first explored. This is a story of those changes. Years went by, and occasional storms drenched the area. High winds whipped through trees and blew leaves into the water. There's our leaves. Gradually, towns started to grow along the banks of the river. Developers cleared wetlands and forests to build houses and businesses. Rains washed loosened soil from construction sites into the river. There's our soil. At first, towns were small. Upstream, farmers planted crops to feed the town's growing population. That was the big one. Some of those crops grew right up to the river, and fertilizer washed off the land and into the water. Other farmers kept pigs, cows, and other animals in their barnyards. As rainwater drained out of the barnyard, it carried some of the manure into a little creek behind the farm. The creek flows into the river, so you can imagine what's in that. As the towns grew, more and more people began to move to the nearby countryside. These country homes are not connected to the city sewer system. Wastewater, hopefully we all know what wastewater is, but that's anything that goes down your drain, your shower, your toilet, or your washing machine. So, wastewater from these homes flows into the septic tanks under the ground. One homeowner has not maintained the septic tank, and poorly treated sewage seeped into the river. It's getting pretty bad in there. To meet the electricity needs of the towns, area officials decided that they would need to generate more power. To burn coal and produce power, an electric power plant was built along the river. Gases coming out of the smokestacks combine with moisture in the air to form acids. The pollution falls back to the earth as acid rain or smog. It's bubbling. Traffic congestion can also be a problem for commuters and truck drivers. One moment. Got the wrong thing here. Here we go. Commuters. Oil, gas, all that good stuff. Who drive to and from work. Exhaust fumes, just like the power plant emissions, can cause acid rain. If a vehicle is not kept in good repair, it might also leak oil or other fluids, which will wash off the pavement and into the bay or the river with the next rain. And how do the residents of the town and surrounding areas spend their time? In one neighborhood, a lot of gardeners are out working in their yards. Some of them are using weed killer and insect spray to keep the lawns pretty. The next rain will wash some of these into a little creek nearby and into the river. One father is teaching his daughter how to change the antifreeze in the family truck. They pour out the used antifreeze into the driveway. The antifreeze is sweet tasting and can poison animals if they drink it. It can also get into the nearby creek and poison fish. Nearby, a boy is washing the car. The soapy water rushes down into the driveway and into the storm drain. The storm drain empties into the river. The grease and grime on a car contain asphalt from the roads, asbestos from the brakes, rubber particles from the tire, toxic metals, and rust. Do you want all that in your water? I don't think so. If the boy had gone to the local car wash, the water would have been treated before it returned to the river. Next door, a family is cleaning out their garage. They find an old rusty can with a tattered skull and crossbones label stuck on it. What could it be? It looks dangerous, and they want to get rid of it before someone gets hurt. But how? Junior has an idea. Let's pour it down the drain by the curb. No, Junior, no. So the mystery liquid goes down the storm drain. The poison is out of sight, but it's headed straight for the river. On nice days, many people head down to the river. Some zoom all around in motorboats and don't notice that a little oil leaks into the water. Ooh. A group of friends have spread blankets on the shore for a beach party. You think they picked up all their trash? I think so. Lots of families are picnicking in the parks too. Some of these people have left trash on the shore, and with the next storm, the trash will wash into the river. On the shore, a person fishing snags a hook on a log and breaks off his nylon fishing string. So, would you drink this water now? I don't think so. Would you want to swim or boat in it? I don't think so. Do you think it's healthy for fish and other wildlife? Definitely not. Remember all the really scary things that I poured in here? Of course, today I used harmless things, but all the things that we talked about, the things that come off roads and gardens and farms, those all wind up in the water. So they're in the lake. So next time you're out doing anything in your everyday life, just try to remember where it's gonna go. And don't ever pour anything down a storm drain, because storm drains lead right to the nearest waterway. They don't go to the treatment plant. So thank you for your time and have a great day.